Now when it comes to HMOs, you can generate a larger amount of income than any other residential strategies. Typically, you can make 20 to 30% more than your buy-to-let strategies. Now, when you're dealing with HMOs, it's very important. Now, what's a HMO? A HMO technically is where you have more than two unrelated people living in a property. So that becomes a house, as it says, a house of multiple occupation. So it is a very lovely key income related strategy. So you want to increase the income, then HMOs is the way to go. Now at Premier Property, we have 5 different HMO models. The first model is where you can have up to 4 tenants. We call these the under the radar HMOs, where you can take a residential property and quite easily turn it into a HMO. It's a very easy entry level HMO strategy. So if you're looking to build up experience, maybe this is the one that you jump into. The second model that we have is the regular model. Now in the regular model, you typically have 5 or 6 tenants. Now it just means there's a little bit more to do. So you will need a license. If you're in an Article 4 area, you'll also need some planning to be able to do that HMO in this area. And 5 to 6 means further revenue, because remember, you've already got it to 4, which is your base costs are covered and you're making income. Bedroom number 5 and bedroom number 6 become your accelerated income. So the regular model works extremely well as well. The third model I want to share with you is the sui generis model. Sui generis is a different use class, and it means that your property will change use class to sui generis, which means you have 7 tenants or more. So these are larger HMOs. So these can work well for you as well. As you build up your experience, you can do some of these as well. And the higher the model, the more income you create. So the fourth model is what we call the monster HMO model. The monster HMO model is where you have larger properties, typically commercial properties that you can convert into residential, large student housing where you have 30, 40, 50, 100 rooms, these types of strategies. Now, this really depends on your risk appetite, and it also depends on where you are in your journey. So if you're starting out new, then maybe you want to go for the under the radar HMO or maybe the regular HMO to start with. Now, if you're an investor that has experience, well, then this will be your next level that you want to be jumping into. Hope you're enjoying these insights. Now, I'd love to hear your comments as well. You can click on that bell icon, get the latest notifications. Even I've worked out where that one is. And you can also subscribe to the channel. I'm doing a number of videos like this, informative, to help you to move forward in your property journey. The fifth HMO model is a model where you get exemptions from the council, from various different charities, where you can actually have a HMO in an area where you're not typically allowed to have an HMO. So namely Article 4 areas. You bypass the requirements because there are exemptions for certain vulnerable tenants, for certain types of social housing, and this is a model that can work extremely well for you as well. Now the exemptions can be council exemptions because it's the council that you're renting to. It could be exemptions from various charities that are allowed to have those exemptions within that council borough. So there are various types of exemptions that you can seek, and you can jump into this type of strategy in an Article 4 area where now you can have a HMO where you couldn't normally because of the exemptions. So that's the fifth model. So there are 5 different models that work within houses of multiple occupancy. Now, when you're dealing with HMOs, it's very important that you have these HMOs a 15-minute distance from a focal point. Now, a focal point could be a university, it could be a hospital, it could be a cluster of warehouses or offices. And this is so important because when you have that 15-minute walking distance, you will find that you will rent that HMO. Otherwise, you will struggle and you will not make that income that you thought you would. So please keep this in mind. And there are 5 different models. I've just explained all of these for you. And the reason that we're doing HMOs is because it increases the income, typically 20 to 30% more than a buy-to-let.